Welcome back everyone to Let's Play Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic. I'm Lord, and when we last left off, we had just entered the ruins here on Dantooine. We were exploring them to find out what exactly Revan and Malak found down here when they came so many years ago. Oh, apparently they found an ancient droid. An ancient droid who speaks gibberish. My lucky day. Zalbar, get off the comlink. We're talking to a droid.
I think the droid is trying to communicate with us by cycling through a variety of languages. Each time it spoke, it was using a very different alien dialect. The droid can probably understand us. The only problem is it may not have been programmed with the phonemes of a language we can understand.
Phonemes is a good word. Anyway, apparently we recognize this language.
I recognize this language as well.
Oh, well, good for you.
It's an archaic variant of the Selkath dialect spoken on Manaan. But why would a droid on Dantooine be programmed to speak ancient Selkath?
This droid talks a lot, so I'm going to be skipping through his dialogue and summing up the important points.
It must be referring to Revan. The Dark Lord and Malak likely encountered this droid when they explored these ruins.
That's what I said earlier. I was able to guess that. All hail the Overseer. What is the Star Forge? Good question. It is a machine. We can mock the droid. Let's mock the droid a little. Oh no, it's stuck in an infinite loop.
The droid is obviously not programmed with the knowledge we seek. The Star Forge sounds like some type of weapon, perhaps. Though in fact, it could be anything.
Candace, you want to join this conversation, or... I guess not.
Maybe. That might explain how the Sith were able to amass a fleet so quickly. But I suspect the Star Forge is more powerful than a mere factory. Maybe the droid has more information we can use. It seems to respond to you. Perhaps you should ask it something else.
Oh, great. The droid has become a friend of mine. The builders made the Star Forge.
These builders must have been an extinct people. Though it is strange, there's no record of their existence. Even the archives of the Jedi Academy make no mention of them. In the years before the Republic, the Hutts were a dominant force in the galaxy, but they never constructed an empire.
They were too hungry.
In fact, I know of no species that would fit with this information.
Let's use logic. Okay, the Selkaths were slaves of the builders. Yes, yes, the builders are wonderful. He's been here a long
10
time.
revolutions would take more than 20,000 years. If this is true, then this droid is nearly 5,000 years older than the Republic itself. There must be some mistake.
Nope, it's a really old droid. Yes, tell us about Revan and Malak. They sought knowledge of the Star Forge. They proved themselves worthy. Up!
The droid must be talking about poor Nemo. The Council sent him here to investigate, and it cost him his life.
We could have talked to him before this, but, well, now it all seems pretty moot now, doesn't it? Alright. Time to prove ourselves. Go to the east and the west.
Revan and Malak unlocked the sealed door and uncovered the secrets of the Star Forge. Now Malak is using the Star Forge to fuel his conquest of the Republic. We have to find out what they uncovered. We have to find a way to unseal these doors to learn more about the Star Forge. The Republic is depending on us.
Ah, finally. That droid really prowls on for a while. By the way, I gave credit improperly last video. Thank you to Imperial Drive for the mod link that removes the face masks. Anyway, we have our first lightsaber crystal, and a new Jedi Knight robe. That's a little better than our Jedi robe. Has more defense bonus, plus it's blue, so it looks awesome. So we're going to give our old Jedi robe to Bastila, and check out our shiny new blue Jedi robe. I like it. I like it a lot. Anyway, here's a Guardian droid. These things are actually fairly tough. They don't do a lot of damage. Not a ton, but they have a good amount of hit points, and they put up these shields. Oh, and they have a lot of special attacks like flamethrowers, and I think one of them has a stun attack.
There, take that.
Fortunately, there's only one in each room, and I didn't have too much trouble with them here.
So be it. Yes.
Gonna have Bastila use Cure before she runs out of force points, because we're gonna need it here. The disabled droid power does exactly what you think it would do. If it doesn't save, it damages the droid a lot, and I believe it stuns it or just straight up disables it.
What?
Pretty useful power, because you actually do fight a surprising amount of droids in this game. Anyway. Some loot over here, and we have an ancient terminal. Well, kicking things is always solution number one for me. Alright, don't get snarky with me, game. That's my job. So we can press buttons on it until the cows come home. If we talk to it, my datapad beeps and a data receptacle opens up. Well, slot A into tab B. Giggity giggity goo. That didn't quite work. Let's try talking again. Processing. Processing. Okay. Now it wants us to tell us the 3 primary life-giving seed world types. Well, it's certainly not volcanic or barren or desert, so we're going to say oceanic, grassland, and arboreal. Alright. Easy enough.
What can I do?
You can heal us. Thank you very much.
Yes?
I'll have her save the last few force points. I've got some med packs here. Okay, that is one chamber completed. Now we go over to the other chamber and fight another droid. I think I've got some ion grenades. I might as well show them off because they're good against droids. Oh, it wrecked through his shield pretty well. I'm gonna keep using Force Lightning because I really like it.
Let's make this quick.
Oh, and this is great. He has a cryo.
You cannot
stun
win.
gun. It is so annoying. Fortunately, Bastila regenerates force points much quicker than we do, so she can heal us if we get low on health here. Like I said, they're annoying, but they're really not that tough. You're never in much danger because there's only one of them and there's 3 of you. Oh my god, I decided to stop attacking apparently. Of course, right after I make my big "we're not in danger" speech, watch me die here or something like that. No, it looks like we're gonna be okay. So just a couple little mini bosses in here, and then you unlock the final door. Pretty small little area, so we'll definitely be showing off some other stuff in this video. It would be pretty unsatisfying to leave it at that, and I wouldn't do that to you guys. Anyway, we basically repeat the same process here. Talk to it, put the data pad in, talk to it again. It starts speaking some sort of language we can understand. And this time it wants the death-giving world types. Well, obviously, this is just the opposite of the last one. So, desert, volcanic, barren.
I'm here.
Simple enough.
What?
Yes?
What?
God, I love Cure. Kieran, a light side character, light side force user, really helps in this game. Otherwise, you will be going through med packs like no one's business. Anyway, the seal has lifted because we are awesome. And voila. The game actually auto-walks you forward, but only to a point, and then it wants you to walk forward. Why not do the whole thing? Whatever. Anyway, check this thing out. It's shiny. Ooh.
This must be what Revan and Malak found when they entered this temple. This must be where their journey down the dark side began.
I've played this game. This is the end of Assassin's Creed 1. It shows the pieces of Eden.
This is a map. Some sort of intergalactic navigational chart. Revan and Malak must have used this to lead them to the Starforge. We could use this map to follow their path and find the Starforge ourselves, but we must be wary. They may have laid traps or concealed what they found.
It's a map!
I don't know, but Revan and Malak were very interested in finding it. It must be a tool of some type, or maybe a weapon. Perhaps the Council can tell us more, but I think this map might be the key to finding the Starforge, whatever it is. See this world here? This looks like Korriban, a Sith world. And if that's Korriban, then this is Kashyyyk, and Tatooine, and here's Manan.
Manan.
Pieces missing. Incomplete hyperspace coordinates, corrupted data, and there doesn't seem to be anything indicating where the Starforge itself might be.
So, explain again how this is going to lead directly to the Starforge?
I was thinking that too. This map can't take us to the Starforge, but I know that Revan and Malak visited Korriban at least once.
They
Perhaps
tweeted
they
about
discovered
it.
Something more there. They may have found something on each of the other worlds that completed this map. Maybe if we find all the pieces, they'll lead us to the Starforge, and some way to destroy it. We must inform the Council of what we've discovered. They must decide our next course of action, though I suspect our task has only just begun.
We've only just begun. Okay, so this is actually really kind of important for us, and this is basically starts us on the main quest of the game. Yes, that's right. This just now will be our main quest. I'm going to cut away at this point to save you guys a lot of running, and when we come back, either we'll be killing some Mandalorians or dealing with the murder mystery subplot. So, wipe away! Alright, a few Calfhound murders later, and here we are at a bridge where this guy is standing here. This subplot is really lengthy and kind of boring, so I'm going to skip through a lot of the dialogue if I can, particularly the alien dialogue, and just kind of summarize it up, but here we go. Achuta means everything in fucking Twi'lek language. Okay, there's an investigation. They want us to solve it to prove how awesome a Jedi we are. They brought an information droid, basically counts as evidence. He'll help us out, but we need to talk to each guy and figure out what's going on. Okay, it was a cloudy day, and these three men were out here. Very dark storm clouds. This is important. This guy is dead, shot in the back. Handon and Rickard are our two suspects. Both say the other one has killed the guy. Both were on the scene. Handon was clutching his side, and Rickard was favoring one of his legs. Time for us to question them. We'll talk to this guy first. This is Rickard.
Another Jedi, huh? Helping that Twi'lek investigate.
Twi'lek!
Out. He seems stumped. I'm Rickard Lusoff. Maybe you can figure this out and let me get out of here.
I'm convinced it's pronounced Twi'lek.
Well, I was out hunting Iriaz when I spotted one over here by the bridge. I pull out my rifle and aim at it. I couldn't see it that well, mind you, because the damn sun was in my eyes.
Lie
so I
alert.
shoot it and it drops. I walk over here and find Handon standing over Calder's body. So why don't you get this whole farce over with and send that whiner Handon to the prison he belongs in?
Yeah, whiners deserve to go to prison. What with their whining.
Ah, greetings. You must be assisting Master Baluk in his investigation. I'm Handon Gould. Perhaps you've heard of me?
Oh yeah, the Handon Gould, of course.
Really? Well, then I assure you, on
I like
my
how he doesn't
reputation,
even
I had
believe
nothing
us.
to do with the killing.
Except he does.
I will help you with the case as best I can, though. You see, I was out here running earlier today. Yes, running. I do that a lot. Can't stand speeders, never use them. Keeps me in shape, too, you know. Anyway, I was out running on the other side of that bridge there, and all of a sudden I heard a shot coming from over here. I ran over and found this man Calder lying on the ground, dead. And I saw Rickard come skulking out of the shadows of the rocks south of the river, and I knew something was wrong.
Innocent
I
men
hit
do
my
not
emergency
skulk.
button and called the Enclave right away. Well, there. That's my story. Now, please hurry this up and arrest Rickard so I can get on with my day.
You know, Rickard's right. You do deserve to go to jail for whining. Anyway, and we have an evidence droid here.
Greetings, Padawan. You must be the one Master Baluk has enlisted to help him with this problem. I am an information retrieval droid. I can assist you by accessing the records of both the Jedi Enclave and the central government facilities here on Dantooine. If you have any need of my services, please do not hesitate to talk to me. I have already retrieved some information from the archives on Calder Netic, Rickard Lusov, and Handon Gould. I have also had time to examine the body of Mr. Netic. Is there any information you require?
Man, CSI has really changed in the future. Or, I'm sorry, the past.
My preliminary analysis of the body indicates that he was killed approximately 3 hours ago by a single energy blast to the torso. Is there any other information you need?
So he was shot. Thanks.
Very well. I will be here to assist you.
Thanks for telling us what we clearly already knew. Anyway, we've caught Rickard in a lie because he said the sun was in his eyes. So that's the key information we need to talk about. I am skipping through all this. I apologize. It's very lengthy. There was no sun glare. It was cloudy. So we've caught Rickard in a lie, but that's not enough. We have to find a motive for the killing. So, time to talk to the guys again.
How can I be of further assistance? I knew him a little bit, but I was not any sort of great friend to him or anything. I never really associated with him that much. In truth, I didn't really want to. He had a reputation. Very inconsiderate of family, I heard. But
was he gay?
Merely having heard unkind things about someone wouldn't make me want to kill him.
Nobody says you killed him. Yet.
I'm sorry, I'm getting a bit agitated. Why must we remain here? Can't you see that Rickard must have shot him?
Alright then.
Of course.
So, he acts dodgy.
So, what do you want to know? Yeah, I knew him. Hell, we've known each other for a good long time. Doesn't mean I really have to have liked the slime ball.
Maybe you shouldn't
Maybe I
insult the
shouldn't
guy
be so
you've
hard
been
on
accused
him.
of killing.
Especially now that he's dead. We actually got along pretty well most of the time. We just had our differences. We were actually business partners. We were involved in some orbit-to-ground transport operations for Aerotech. Can I leave now? I should probably be the one to give the news to his wife.
Is orbit to ground the Star Wars equivalent of ass to mouth?
Right.
Well, he confirmed that for me.
Is there any other information you need?
Yeah, look into the connections between these guys.
The Southwood Speeder rental business has records that over the past several weeks, a speeder had been rented by Mr. Netic and Mr. Gould. Is there any...
So, Calder and Handon rented a speeder together.
According to the municipal authorities near the Garang spaceport, there had been news of violent drunken activity in a cantina attached to the port. Apparently,
Drunken activity
Mr.
in a
R.
bar?
Lusoff
Do
was
go
making
on.
accusations at a Mr. C. Netic about cheating him in a business deal. Jedi Tuka was dispatched to the scene and restored order. Is there any other information you need?
Yeah, when is Jedi Tuka's funeral?
Very well. I will be here to assist you.
Okay, so we have the fact that Rickard and him got into a drunken brawl over business matters. Which is what we're about to tell this guy. So Rickard is lying. They had a fight over business matters. Now we need to investigate the murder weapon.
How can I be of further assistance?
What do you know about the murder weapon?
That blaster was stolen from my house last week. I never knew what happened to it. I hardly have enough money to afford a single blaster, let alone another. I can't tell you how important it is to have a weapon on hand with all these ravenous cath hounds around. Even an Irias can take a man down if it gets in the mood. Every settler has a weapon. It's our most prized possession. I would most appreciate it if I could have that back after you determine that Rickard is the killer. How can I be of further assistance?
Okay, so he says,
Of course.
it was stolen from his house. Let's check on that.
Is there any other information you need?
Was it stolen?
I am sorry, but I seem to be failing you.
Worthless!
I have searched and searched, but I cannot seem to come up with anything at all. I thought to find the record of the missing weapon report Mr. Gould filed with the authorities, but there does not seem to be one. Is there any other information you need?
Okay, I think that's
Very
enough.
well.
Basically, we've caught Candon in a lie now. Alright, now we need to ask about the blood sample that was found on the weapon.
Is there any other... I have just received back an analysis of a sample of the blood found on the weapon. It had been... The blood on the weapon is definitely not Calder's. Unfortunately,
Oh,
there
really?
was a bacterial contaminant in the sample. We cannot get any more specific. Is there...
The blood on the blaster that shot him, presumably from far away, was not his own blood. Good to
Very
know.
well. I will be...
Anyway, we actually do have to question this guy
How
again.
can I be of
here.
further... But I realize this must seem like a motive to you, but I assure you it isn't. I dislike Calder, true. I would punch his face in, given the opportunity, but I would not kill him.
Whoa. Why?
My wife was cheating on me with him.
Ding, ding, ding.
I slept in my own bed while I was in the next room. But...
Wait,
as
what
much
were
as
you
I
doing
may
in the next
hate him
room when
for
your
that,
wife was sleeping?
I could not kill him. It may have been my own fault for driving my wife away. I must try not to take the law into my own hands. I was just out running, trying to clear my head for the divorce proceedings, not stalking him to kill him.
There's divorce
Running
in
is
Star
not a
Wars.
crime.
That's just funny. Running can't be a crime, by the way.
Of course, of course.
Anything is a crime if I decide it is. Alright, I believe we know enough now. It's Handon's blood because he's bleeding from a wound clutched at his side.
Hey, what are you doing?
So Rickard killed the guy for cheating him in business. He must have hit Handon by accident. No! I supposit to you that they are both in fact guilty. What was the motive, Handon? Well, Calder was having an affair with his wife. So here's what actually happened. Both men wanted to kill the guy. Handon found him and shot him. Rickard arrived. He saw Handon and thought it was Calder, so he shot Handon. And Handon got covered in blood, dropped the blaster.
Damn both of you.
Alright, it's done.
Well done. I'm impressed. I'm not sure I could have done as well.
Wow, Bastila. That was an extremely sincere compliment, Bastila. And for once you weren't up your own ass. I really appreciate it. Anyway, we got a shit ton of XP, 1300. That's a nice good amount. So, that was the murder subplot. And at this point, I'm going to cut again, and I think I'm going to come back to us killing some Mandalorians. Wipe away! Okay, we're back. I actually leveled up from killing a couple Cath Hounds off screen, so I'll go ahead and show you guys that. Making sure computer and repair are maxed out, or at least high enough for important things to follow. Force immunity stun, that would have been really useful when we were fighting that droid with the cryo freezer, but better late than never. And we're going to go for Master Toughness for the feet, just to get us some more HP. For Force Power, I had a hard time deciding here, but I know I'm going to want to show off Choke and Kill at some point, so I'm going to go ahead and go with Wound, which leads into those. Wound is pretty simple, just does straight up direct damage, I think over time. Anyway, there's some Mandalorians and some Duros. Fuck the grenade haters. Alright, I admit, grenades become a bit worthless after a point. And my guy takes the roundabout route around the tree. Because why not? Fortunately, the Duros die really easily. Mandalorian's a little bit tougher. But I think we'll still be able to dispatch them, no problem. Oh! Bastila and Canderous have just leveled. As has technically everyone in our party. Because thankfully they share XP, which is extremely useful. Alright, some looting. $50 credits and some mines. Med packs and repair kits. Mandalorian datapad. Why did I say datapad again? Datapad. I know how to say it. I don't know.
What can I do?
Anyway. Leveling up Bastila. We're gonna go with Night Speed for... Actually, no. Force Whirlwind, which is a nice little power. And leads up to Force Wave, which is one of the best powers. At least for a light side user. Because it's universal. Doesn't matter if you're light or dark. For Canderous, I'm having a difficult time deciding what to pick here for his feat. So I'm going to go with Master Power Blast. He seems to favor using that attack a lot, so why not make it better for him?
What can I do?
Sure.
Okay, I think that's the last group of Mandalorians we have to slaughter before their leader shows up. If not, I'll show off more. But now we're going to cut away, and when we come back, we'll be in a very special location. Enjoy. Alright, and we're back. And we're standing in front of the Crystal Cave. Is this a cave made of crystals? Let's see. Well, it's definitely got the cave part nailed down. And it's got Kinrath, but it's not called Kinrath Cave. It's called Crystal Cave. The Kinrath, by the way, are giant bugs.
Oh, this is gonna be fun.
So, we murder some Kinrath.
I'm here.
All seems pretty good so far.
Sure.
I can see some sort of glow off in the distance. Could that be some sort of crystal that was promised? Murder us a couple more Kinrath. I do wish my force powers recovered a little quicker. That'll come up more as we level and increase our stats. In the meantime, our lightsaber and vibro blade combination certainly does the trick. Oh, Bastila has dashed off because she has recognized some greater threats going on. And we've got a lot more Kinrath. Ooh, and Bastila is poisoned.
You can't.
Unfortunately, the level of cure Bastila possesses doesn't cure poison at the moment.
So be it.
The next level, heal, actually will cure poison.
Yes?
Okay,
What?
the Kinrath have been murdered, and we've got Kinrath eggs here. Oh, a crystal. We just got a crystal. What kind of a crystal? Well, it's a lightsaber crystal, that's what it is. And these crystal formations also contain lightsaber crystals. Yes, this is our first main source of lightsaber crystals. Sadly, the bulk of them are going to be color crystals, and not things that increase our lightsaber's power. But a couple of those are scattered in here. But first we have to wipe out the entire future Kinrath population by destroying all of their eggs. on the off chance there might be a lightsaber crystal inside each one. They're like mini pinatas. Oh. And this poor dude died here. Should have known better. Murdering eggs, looting crystals, Knights of the Old Republic. And finally we have one big crystal formation here. Oh, I missed an egg. Big crystal formation. I think that one definitely contains a good crystal. Okay, that does it for the Crystal Cave. We have looted all of its delicious crystals. When I cut away, I'm not sure exactly what we'll be cutting back to, but I think it'll be me killing the Mandalorian leader. We'll see.
I heard a rumor that the
Candace and
Vulcans
Bastila are
captured you without
talking.
much of a struggle. It must be embarrassing to be bested by a handful of street thugs.
There were extenuating circumstances, and I can assure you, it took far more than a handful of Vulcans to subdue me.
I like this response.
Whatever you say. All I know is that if we had more Jedi like Bastila fighting against us in the Mandalorian Wars, my side might not have lost.
Bold talk from a
Oh,
broken-down mercenary who is serving at Davik's heel. I'd call you his pet cat hound, but they have enough loyalty not to turn on their masters.
you go, girl.
Insults. Maybe if your master had trained your lightsaber to be as quick as your tongue, you could have escaped those Vulcans, you spoiled little Jedi princess.
I was not spoiled. I was given the same training as everyone else in the Order. You are nothing but
Nerf herder.
No, I must not do this. There is no emotion. There is peace.
That's the problem with you Jedi. Always chanting about peace and control. Never up for a good fight. Well, except for Revan, I guess.
Enough, Mandalorian.
He has a
I won't
name.
rise to your bait anymore. The game is over. Let us continue on with what we were doing.
I do like how the there is no emotion, there is peace is kind of like George's Serenity Now from Seinfeld, and will slowly drive them insane. Anyway, back to the Mandalorian leader. Okay, here we are. Time to fight some Mandalorians.
Ah, so this is the meddler.
Nope,
You
that's
have
a rock.
caused us far too much trouble for a mere Jedi.
Now this is what I've been waiting for.
I will add your head to those of the other Jedi I have killed, and take yet another lightsaber for my own. Now you will know why the Mandalorians are feared.
Alright. Oh, he's got a name. Well, obviously the first thing we need to do is just straight up murder this guy. That was simple enough. Oh, now the best course of action, to me at least, would be to murder his side Mandalorians so we can focus on him. Holy crap. And he can actually dole out some damage here. So we're going to have to be a little cautious.
What can I do?
Good job. This Mandalorian is completely unarmed.
What can I do?
Bastila, you need to cure her. Do it again. Oh, and we did it.
Yes?
Awesome. I had actually done that in the test video yet. Oh, and best of all, he has lightsabers! Thus, making that question I posed to the thread about what we do with Juhani's completely null and void. Yes! We can now dual wield them independent of whether or not Juhani keeps hers. This is most excellent. Indeed, I'm going to cut away, and when we come back, we'll be at the Jedi Council Light. I lied. First thing we're going to come back to is telling this guy that we totally murdered the Mandalorians.
Have you found the Mandalorian raiders yet? Thank you, young master. My daughter can now, I think, rest in peace. Here is the reward I promised you.
Good enough.
Again, I thank you.
The
I
plot
will be
was full
sure
of
to tell the
murder,
council
so
of your great
I don't have
deed.
to be dark side about the reward. Yeah, 1,000 credits. Very nice. Alright, I'm not going to cut away since we're almost right here at the Jedi Council. At this point, we have a lot of important information to tell them. About the star map, and about how a terrible tragedy happened with the Sandrils and Metales. And here's Juhani. We can talk to her later, don't worry.
Ah, you have returned, young Padawan.
They're
Have
surprised.
you discovered what it was that Revan and Malak sought in those ruins?
I love that the game gives you the option to lie. I think Bastila just gets pissed off. I'm not going to do that, though.
This news of a Starforge is
I'm not
disturbing.
a pointless stick.
Action is required, but we must not do so in haste. We must discuss recent events in light of this new information.
We should consult the Jedi archives to see if there's any mention of the Starforge and what it might do. We must learn why Revan and Malak sought it out.
Return to your ship with Bastila, and we will summon you when we are done.
They wanted to forge stars. Seems pretty simple to me.
Padawan, you have done well in discovering the star map hidden within the ancient ruins. But there is more you must do in the battle against Malak and the Sith.
We got a whole game
Jedi
left.
know victory over the Sith will not come through martial might. The Council has a mission for you, Padawan.
I've consulted our vast archives in an effort to discover the nature of this Starforge, but all my efforts have been in vain.
Still, the Council are in agreement. The Starforge must be found. Revan and Malak sought it out when they began their tragic fall. The Starforge is surely a powerful tool of the dark side.
The star map in the ruins showed you 4 planets, but it was incomplete. It did not show the location of the Starforge itself.
Making it worthless.
We believe there may be similar star maps on other planets. Each star map is likely a small piece of a larger puzzle.
How do you know that?
Find the star maps on Kashyyyk, Tatooine, Manan, and Korriban, and we believe they will lead you to the Starforge.
There's a whole lot of we believe, and we think, and we guess. Alright, whatever. We gotta progress with the game somehow.
The Jedi numbers have been ravaged by this war, by defections to Malak's cause, and by Sith assassins. But we realize the importance of this mission. Yet if we send a company of Jedi Knights with you, we would surely draw the full attention of Malak and the Sith, dooming your efforts to failure.
Alright, fine. I'll roll solo.
Secrecy
Han
is our
Solo.
best defense against the Sith.
I'm
But
sorry.
it would be foolish to send you on this quest without someone to aid you, young Padawan. Bastila will accompany you, for there is a powerful connection between you two.
Cool, I'll grab
A
condoms.
connection that might be the key to unraveling the mysteries uncovered by Revan. And Juhani has also asked to accompany you. After long deliberation, we have granted her request.
Juhani nearly fell to the dark side. Perhaps her presence will serve as a reminder to you of the dangers of that path.
This pretty much sums up my feelings on the matter.
Of course, those who aided you on Taris will also come. They possess skills you may find useful in your quest. Remember that secrecy and discretion are paramount to your success. You will not be able to hide the fact that you are a Jedi, nor should you. But the true nature of your mission must not reach Malak's ears. You may return here at any time. Dantooine will be a sanctuary for you, a safe haven.
A place to blame the
Here
Death Star.
you can find supplies and whatever advice or other aid we may give you.
Alright, let's do it.
You can leave whenever you wish. The sooner the better. The longer you wait, the stronger Malak becomes. But first, a warning, young Padawan. The lure of the dark side is difficult to resist. I fear this quest to find the Starforge could lead you down an all too familiar path.
The fate of the galaxy
Yes, many Jedi
is
have
in your
fallen.
hands, young Padawan. We pray.
I wonder if
you are
there's
up
like
to
a
the
club I
challenge.
could join.
May the Force be with you.
And with you as well. Well, we can certainly leave now, but first is the more important matter of telling them exactly what happened with the
There has
Sandrils
been
and
a report
Metales.
of a terrible battle near the Sandral estate to the south of the Enclave.
Really?
Apparently, a large force of droids attacked the estate. The defending droids returned in kind. The attacking family was apparently the Matali family, launching an attack on the Sandral estate. Both entire families were slain, including the boy Shen, who had been reported missing.
Scandalous.
There was a mention that someone noticed one or more other persons leaving the battle area after the conflict had finished. You were in that area, were you not? Did you see something?
Oh, you know, Mandalorians.
Is that so? I cannot find fault with your statement, but something in your manner is odd. But no matter. More pressing things are at hand. You must always remember the destruction and chaos that the dark side can reap.
I read that as rape.
And avoid it at all costs.
It's obvious Master Vandar senses something is not right with your story. Yet he chooses to believe you. And I will not question the wisdom of a Jedi Master.
Wahahaha. Okay. Well, that pretty much wraps it up for this video, because we're pretty much done with Dantooine. We've completed all the main quests here for now. So it's time to get into our Ebon Hawk and fly off. And we're heading to Tatooine first, because we're going to pick up our bestest friend there. Oh, but beforehand, this guy has to deliver an oddly specific warning about an oddly specific type of creature. I'm going to skip through it because it's really long and really roundabout, and basically just warns us about this stupid alien bug that killed a lot of Jedi. The Terrantetic. Fortunately, they're extinct. Or are they? Do not underestimate them. We get it. Oh my god. All I want to do is get off the planet now. Okay, so, next video. Oh, god damn it, Bastila. Fine.
How can I help? No, not bothering me. Not exactly. I've been thinking about what the Jedi Council said about the two of us. There is a bond between us. I do not dispute that. I can feel it, as I'm sure you can. The nature of that bond and its effect on our mission remain in question.
Yes, it is time to start flirting with Bastila.
Please. I'm a Jedi. Such feelings, such attractions are, well, they're beneath me, quite frankly. I admit I find you intriguing. I mean, I find your command of the Force intriguing, but my interest in you is purely academic. Surely you can understand why. Our fates are strongly connected. So connected that a literal bond has been forged between us. I saw your service records when you were transferred aboard the Ender Spire, but nothing beyond that. I know very little about you. I'd like to ask you some questions, given our relationship. I was referring to the bond we share, the one the Jedi Council spoke of. If I was actually interested in you, rest assured I could come up with a much better approach than this.
Alright, fine. We can't poke her too much right away.
Don't worry, these are simple questions. Nothing too intrusive. First, what kind of background do you have?
The best part is you can totally lie ridiculous amounts, but she calls you out on it right away. So, we'll play along for now.
Good. On which planet were you born?
Oh, apparently we were born on Duralia. Okay, we'll roll with that.
Excellent. Your current age is?
Yeah. What now?
Yes. Well, the truth is, I was studying how you responded to my questions. Your reactions helped me judge you. This was a test for me to learn more about
Just
your
like
character.
a woman.
You were honest, which is good. And you treated this as a serious matter, which it is.
Always
This
testing
bond we
us.
share will shape both our destinies. It is not to be taken lightly. But I imagine you've had enough questions for a while. So many things have happened to you since Taurus. It's probably a lot for you to absorb. We can speak again later, after you've had time to think about all this.
Think about what? These pointless questions you asked me? Anyway, next video, I'm going to show off the Ebon Hawk, and we're going to fly to Tatooine and start doing shit there. So, for now, this here's Wampalord. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.